So here we are, finally, an Amazon renewed video with a 2020 flagship. I posted this in my community tab and some of you made some guesses as to what this is. Of course, you know what it is because you saw the title, but none of you got it right. None of you knew that I could get the Samsung Galaxy S20 already. Now, when this thing came out, I told you just wait. Just wait, you're gonna get good deals. I've said that about the Galaxy Note, and today, which is only about a month after the Galaxy Note 20 and 20 Ultra released, it's already $200 off. I try to tell you guys, wait. This thing, wow, under $700 for an amazing phone. It's time to get into Amazon Renewed once again with the Samsung Galaxy S20, and we'll do all of that right after this.
This is, you know you listening to Travis.
What up, players? Welcome back, and for all you new people, welcome. My name's Travis and I do tech videos every single week and have a blast doing them. If that sounds like fun to you, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Anything I talk about will be in the description below, but for now, let's just get into the video. So back again with another Amazon Renewed video, and this time it's with the first 2020 flagship that I've done in the Amazon Renewed series, and I'm super hyped about it, the Samsung Galaxy S20. It just came out this year. As a matter of fact, only a couple months ago this thing was released, and it's already on Amazon Renewed. Actually, all three versions of this phone, Samsung Galaxy S20, the S20 Plus, and the S20 Ultra, are all available on Amazon Renewed. Of course, you know, links everywhere that you need them to be. But the one thing you need to know is that this is a savage phone. It is still an absolute beast today. Like, this isn't an Amazon Renewed phone that I'm doing that's 3 years old. This is a 2020 flagship. And that's crazy. What makes Amazon Renewed so great for phones is you get these great discounts and on new phones, basically. This is basically a new phone. But let me explain to you, for those of you that are new to this series, what Amazon Renewed actually is. Amazon Renewed is a program by which Amazon allows third-party sellers to resell, well, devices that are almost brand new and do it at a discount. Now, it's really great because there's so many awesome things about this particular program that I absolutely love. Let me tell you about two of them. Amazon has a rule that essentially states that each phone has to have at least 80% total capacity of the battery when you buy it, which means no matter how old the phone is, you have a guarantee that it's going to have at least 80% total capacity. Now, it doesn't mean when you charge it up that it won't get to 100%. It absolutely will. But what it's saying is if the capacity was 4,000 milliamp hours, that it's going to have at least like 3,500 milliamp hours. That's the basic gist of it. But my favorite thing about this program is the 90-day return policy. That's right. If you have any kind of problems with your smartphone, you got 90 days to return it. There is no other return policy like that, especially even if you bought this new, you wouldn't have 90 days. Every other phone that I've done, of course, you'll be able to get the links as they normally are. You can find the other videos. All of them have looked brand new. They've looked brand spanking new. So I'm super amped to see what this Galaxy S20, which has only been out a couple of months, is gonna look like. Now, one thing you need to know is there's no like standard packaging for these. They all get packaged slightly differently. This particular seller just put it in a white box. I've had different types of boxes, but this is just a white box. And inside, they only guarantee the accessories for the phone itself and the power adapter. So that's what we have here. The phone is wrapped and there's a charger that looks just like all the chargers I get with any of these Renewed. Your USB-C cable, a SIM ejection tool, and that's it. This is it. This is frill-free. You don't get the cool Samsung box, but when you're saving this much, I think it doesn't really matter. But of course, what you're here for is to know, is this thing in good shape? And for as much as I paid for it, let's find out. Taking off the little bubble wrap here, and here we go. The Samsung Galaxy S20. Taking off the plastic, ladies and gentlemen. We have a winner once again. Amazon Renewed is undefeated. Just take a look for yourself. This thing looks amazing. It's in incredible shape, and it's absolutely perfect. Now, for me, I actually would have wanted to get something like the S20 Plus or the S20 Ultra for the size alone. This is a good size, 6.2-inch screen. There's almost no bezels on this thing. The screen is absolutely, I'm just gonna say it, it's delicious. With incredible screen to body ratio, a really nice feel, a smooth back. This thing is just elegant. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, if you get it for Amazon Renewed, you're getting a great price as well. And it's hard for me to not be excited about a phone like this on Amazon Renewed. Because here's the thing, while I'm not sponsored by Amazon Renewed, there is no such thing as an Amazon Renewed sponsor, I buy these with my own money. And I think that when I'm telling you whether or not you should purchase one of these, I want to give you my honest opinion. And really, without even getting into this thing, yeah, you should do that. Of course, you get wireless charging, reverse wireless charging, 120 hertz screen, in-display fingerprint sensor, cameras that'll just make you cry. Look at some of these shots. They look incredible. Even the front-facing camera looks good. But here, some more shots from the back and a little bit of video just to make you feel good about yourself. You know, in order to get to 120 hertz, you have to keep it on 1080p and actually turn it on. It's off by default. That's a battery saving measure. And the battery on this is not exactly large. This is the S20, the smallest of the three. So you get just over 4,000 milliamp hours here, but it still will get you through a day for the most part. Now, if you're using 120 hertz and you're using it a lot, as far as the screen being on, and you have your brightness all the way up, you might not get through an entire day, I guess. It really depends on how power hungry you are. But with fast charging on the thing, you should be able to get through pretty easily. Now, this thing has 30 times zoom and a bunch of other really cool features. I'll put a screen up here that explains the differences between the Samsung S20, S20 Plus, S20 Ultra. And you might be thinking, which one should you get? Well, this really depends on your absolute needs. Now, if you like larger size phones like I do, I would want to go for the Ultra. But the 20 is a really good size, a 6.2 inch screen, and it just fits perfectly in the hand. There's no wasted space on this thing. There's like no bezels at all. It's really gorgeous. The battery life might be your one thing that you might consider an issue. Now, I would totally recommend the S20 Plus if you can get it at a good price. Having said that, for most people, this is going to work incredibly well. And even as your primary phone, a lot of times when I talk about Amazon Renewed series of phones, I talk about them as maybe secondary phones or maybe a travel phone or something like that. This could easily be your primary phone. And for those of you that are budget minded, this should tell you something. It's only been about 4 months or so since this thing has been out and it's already on Amazon Renewed at a good price. That means if you're willing to wait on all of these flagships, they're going to show up on Amazon Renewed. I'm going to review them and you can go buy them. Performance on this thing is ridiculous. There's no surprise there. This thing is super, super fast. 120 hertz definitely makes it seem even faster than it is, but Samsung has figured out performance incredibly on this thing. One UI is doing work. And with all the features that One UI gives you, I mean, it's just really hard to not love this thing. I absolutely have fallen in love with this phone, my favorite Samsung phone of the year. But for me, a Snapdragon 865 phone from Samsung, 3 years, wireless DeX, and all the other features you can get makes this thing such a winner that I don't know that there's any better buy right now on Amazon Renewed for the phones as far as Android side of things. Now, iOS, different story, but man, this thing is going to be hard to beat. One thing I do like about this is the overall look and feel, and of course, all the Samsung integration that you get. Samsung Pay is still one of my favorite pay methods you can use on any phone at all, and this thing still works like a beast. Now, they have added something, and I wanted to make mention of this before, but something you should know about any phone, whether it be Samsung or Apple, if you get a phone that's a generation behind, you usually end up getting some of the same stuff as the newest phone, and this just got an update. And that update is for wireless DeX. That's right, the feature that's on the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 and Note 20 Ultra is also on the S20. Just got it. And it's pretty fantastic. Now, first of all, I'm a big fan of DeX, but wireless DeX, where you don't have to plug in anything and you literally can just connect it to your television, is like a dream come true. It's something I've dreamt about since this thing first came out, since DeX first was introduced, and it's here. I mean, that's dope. Now, while wireless DeX is awesome, especially since when people purchased this phone, there was no such thing and they get it for free, your TV actually has to support it. I mentioned this in a previous video, and even though mine doesn't, looks like I can connect to my Roku, which is great because a lot of people out there have Rokus. What they've always talked about is being able to connect to your television, but if you have a Roku, it's going to work. So that's pretty dope. Get yourself some Bluetooth headphones, maybe a Bluetooth mouse and a keyboard, and you have an ultimate home experience. It's amazing. What a great, awesome way to use your phone as an additional desktop without having to hook it up to your television, which may be somewhere that doesn't really work for plugging your phone into your TV. And can I also mention a video that I made recently talks about the updates that this thing is going to get now. You are now guaranteed 3 years of updates, OS updates on this phone. What a safe purchase this will be, especially if you're a Samsung fan. 3 years of updates at an Amazon Renewed price. Like, where's the loss here? Where's the bad? I'm looking for the bad thing. Oh, well, for some of you, no headphone jack. That might be the bad thing. And if you want to protect your purchase, you can get some great cases and chargers from Pitaka. Pitaka makes some really great products that are thin and look great with carbon fiber. Not only to protect your device, they also look great and don't add a lot of bulk, which is an important thing, especially when you're getting such a high-end phone. I'll leave some links in the description below, so make sure you check those out. Pitaka is absolutely amazing, so make sure you check them out. But other than that, this thing is absolutely excellent. Gaming performance is going to be top-notch with the Snapdragon 865. Now, it's not the 865 Plus, which is on the Galaxy Note series of phones. But to be honest, the difference between those is like nothing. You do get 5G, which is the first 5G phone on the Amazon Renewed series that I've done. That's super exciting as well. And while 5G isn't quite there yet for the most part, especially in some cities that you may live in, the fact that it's there and you get 3 years of updates make this an incredibly safe purchase. As a matter of fact, on Amazon Renewed, this might be the best Samsung purchase you can make dollar for dollar. And some of you might have been thinking that I was gonna hate on this phone because I talked so much stuff about the Samsung S20 when it came out, but the reality is it had everything to do with price. At this price, the price that I purchased this from Amazon, it's a slam dunk. This thing actually cost me less than when I purchased the OnePlus 7 Pro new last year. And this is a better phone. So yeah, I have no hesitation in absolutely recommending the Samsung Galaxy S20 from Amazon Renewed. This right now is the top phone I've done on this series. Of course, if you want to see more of those, you can check it in the end screen and everything else. But here's what I will say. If you like this phone, have always wanted it, go get it now. Link is in the description below. And also, I did a bunch of other of these right here. I think you're going to check those out. And some other videos here that I'm sure you'll dig. But make sure you check me out, subscribe so I can get some more of these Amazon Renewed phones for you. See you next time. Peace and love.